Hello, Craig and Patty from Kirkey Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO. We spoke briefly on the phone yesterday, so I'm sending this video over to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time, I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you want to hear more information, let's set up a 10-minute phone call. If not, no big deal. I'm going to give you free tips in this video anyway, and you guys could go ahead and apply those actually right to your site. First thing I'd like to talk about would be content. So I'm just looking at your page. You guys do have a good amount of content here, kind of about your company and a little bit about what the client is saying. It's like you guys have maybe kind of a blog there. Overall, you guys probably have 300 to 400 words of content. Google recommends having about 1,500. The reason why is the more you have, the higher they're going to rank you in search results. But the bigger reason is that the more content you have, the more keywords we can put into that content. As an example, I've put in roofing, Englewood, Florida. This is obviously an area you guys service with a service you offer. The reason I've used it though is that it's a good search result, but it's also what new customers would put in if they were looking for services in your area. First thing they would see would be these ads here. This is just companies paying to be seen first to get more clients. After that, you're going to see this map section. Top 3 companies will show up here based on citations. And that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and Home Advisor, just to name a few. And you guys do appear in this map section here, so good job with your citations. You guys must be working with a few directories there. After that, you're going to find our organic results. We're going to find 10 results per page here. And these are all based on Google's algorithm. We now know 2 parts of that we've talked about are content and keywords. And so we could actually rank this keyword, roofing, Englewood, Florida, based on our results. So number 1 would go to Better Business Bureau, 2 would go to Anthony C. Leonard Roofing, and 3 would go to you guys, Kirkey Roofing. So what I've done next is I took your website and I put it into a program we use called Ahrefs. And basically this just allows me to kind of take a snapshot of your site and see how it's doing. I see you guys are using your header up here, which is really good. You've got your business name as well as a keyword. This allows Google to find you a little bit easier. Just looking at the numbers a little bit, you have 282 referring domains, giving you about 2,500 links back to your page. All this really means is that there's 282 websites or domains that you have links on. When people click those links, it's going to redirect them back to your page. So it's a way to kind of bring in more visitors. And these also kind of serve almost as references like a resume would. The more sites that you have that kind of have links to yours, it's like having a reference and they're vouching for you, so it makes your site actually more powerful, which will help you rank as well. So the next thing we see is that you have 225 keywords, and these are what really bring in the visitors, just like what we put in roofing, Englewood, Florida as an example. And we see right now you guys have 34 visitors per month that you're bringing in, so a little more than 1 per day about. And just kind of looking at your keywords, first thing we see here is your business name, Kirkey Roofing. 50 people do search you by name, and you guys are number 1 for that. So again, they know your name, they're searching you by name. You really should show up first, or at least in the top 3. Sometimes a directory can be tough to beat. But there's going to be people who probably, like I said, they know who you are. It's going to be people who most likely are referrals. Some of them might have seen your sign or your trucks out, and then called based on that as well. But you also want to bring in those new customers, right? And that's where phrases or keywords like this come in really handy. Roofers in Englewood, Florida. 50 people search that, and you guys are in the 7th position. So there's 10 results per page, which we talked about when we went over the Google page. So you really want to be in the top 10 if you want to, get some visitors from that key phrase. And to be honest with you, we've actually found that 80 to 85% of people, when they do searches on Google, will not go to page 2. And if you think about it, when last time you did a Google search, when did you go to page 2? Did you? Because a lot of them will not. They're going to look at the results there and kind of pick company from there. So number 7 is going to put you a little bit past the middle on the first page and get you some results. Englewood Roofing is another good one here. 20 more search that. And then for this one, you guys are number 5. All right, so what I want to do next is I want to just give you a quick comparison. So I'm going to go to Anthony C. Leonard Roofing. They ranked right above you in the search we put in. They also are using their headers up here as well as a few keywords. 19 referring domains, sending them back 48 links to their page. They got about 143 keywords, and they're getting about 31 visitors per month. So they don't have quite as many, I would say, backlinks or referring domains as you guys, but as far as the amount of traffic they're getting in volume, is actually pretty close. You guys are sort of neck and neck here. So let's just see what they're kind of ranking for. First thing we see is their name, Anthony Leonard Roofing, 40, number 1. Again, another one of their names, number 1. So let's skip down to some ones that bring in new customers. Roofers in Englewood, Florida, 50. They're number 6. Let's see, Englewood Roofing, some of the same ones you guys have, 20, number 9. So a little further back on that one. Let's see. And so they do have a lot with their name, so I would say actually a large chunk of their traffic is coming from their name. Now, Roofing Florida, for that one, they're going to get 20, and then they're 27 on that one. That's one that really depends how much of Florida you're actually willing to service, because you may get people that you can't help. All right, but so for you guys, I would recommend, I know you guys do have a few Sarasota keywords in your page as well, but you were ranked a little further back. I would definitely recommend, trying to target different locations around you other than just, Englewood, which I know you guys are kind of based out of, and you probably prefer to work there because it's, obviously closer and whatnot. But if you want to really add more visitors, that's what I would recommend. And then also finding more. What we would propose to do would be to add probably 3 to 4 keywords. Well, actually, maybe let's just call it up to 5 keywords, right? And if we added those, we could expect to probably bring in another 100 visitors to your site. And, from 100 visitors, we can reasonably expect to get about 50 calls. But let's just say it's only 20 calls. If it's 20 calls, maybe you get 10 estimates off those 20 calls. And even if you only landed 20% of those estimates and you got 2 new customers in that month, you'd get 2 per month, and that's still pretty good, right? And 20% is pretty low, and most people, I think, would probably think it close at least 40% of estimates. So that would give you 4, which would be 1 a month. And you can just imagine the difference, you could potentially add to your business, at least from an online perspective, from what you probably currently have. All right, but thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I'll give you a call to follow up and just ask what you thought of the video. But thank you for your time, and have a good day.